Hi everyone, today I am going to tell you the story of Rapunzel. In a distant kingdom, there once lived a joyful couple who had long wished for a child. One morning, the woman realized she was finally expecting a baby. From that day on, she couldn't stop craving the fresh green lettuce that grew in the garden next to their home. That garden, however, belonged to a fearsome witch named Morgana. Morgana was known throughout the land for her cruelty and greed. She lived alone in a gloomy cottage filled with glittering treasures, golden cups, golden chairs, even a golden mirror where she admired herself every day. One night, desperate to please his wife, the husband secretly entered Morgana's garden and picked some lettuce, but the witch caught him red-handed.
"How dare you steal from me?"
she hissed. Terrified, the man fell to his knees and begged her forgiveness. He explained that his wife was pregnant and that he only wanted to bring her what she longed for. Morgana's eyes gleamed with mischief.
"Very well,"
she said coldly.
"You may take as much as you wish, but in return, if your child is born with golden hair, she shall belong to me."
Months later, a beautiful baby girl was born, her hair shining like sunlight. The parents wept, remembering the terrible promise they had made. True to her word, Morgana appeared and took the baby away. She named her Rapunzel and locked her in a tall stone tower deep in the forest, a tower with no doors, only one tiny window at the top. Years passed. Rapunzel grew up in that lonely tower. She learned to walk, to read, to sing, all within those four cold walls. Her only view of the world was through the little window, where she watched birds fly freely in the sky. She believed Morgana was her mother, for she had never met anyone else. Rapunzel's hair grew longer and longer, glowing like threads of pure gold. Morgana would gather the strands that fell and use her dark magic to turn them into real gold, feeding her endless greed. She forbade Rapunzel from ever cutting her hair. Whenever the witch wanted to visit, she would stand at the bottom of the tower and call out,
"Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. It is your mother who is here."
Then Rapunzel let down her long golden hair, and Morgana climbed up. Morgana often told Rapunzel frightening stories about the outside world, of wild beasts, thieves, and storms, to make her too afraid to ever leave. Poor Rapunzel believed every word. One bright afternoon, a young prince was riding through the forest when he heard a beautiful voice singing high above the trees. He followed the melody and discovered the tall tower. Looking up, he saw the most enchanting girl he had ever laid eyes on. The prince hid behind the bushes just as Morgana arrived. He watched carefully as she called,
"Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair."
To his great surprise, a long golden hair fell from the window, and the witch climbed up. The next day, when the witch had gone, the prince decided to try. Imitating Morgana's voice, he called out,
"Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair."
When the hair fell, he climbed up the tower. Rapunzel gasped when she saw him. She had never seen another human before, but the prince smiled gently and told her not to be afraid. He spoke to her about the outside world, the blue sky, the flowers, and the rivers that sparkled under the sun. Rapunzel listened, eyes wide with wonder. The two soon became close friends, and the prince promised to help her skate the tower and see the world for herself. Together, they began to make a rope from pieces of cloth and threads. But one day, Morgana returned earlier than expected. The prince hid behind a curtain. As the witch brushed Rapunzel's hair, the girl innocently said,
"Mother, the prince climbs faster than you do."
Morgana froze.
"The prince?
she screamed. Her face twisted with rage. She grabbed a pair of scissors and, with one cruel snip, cut off Rapunzel's hair. The prince jumped from his hiding place to protect her, but Morgana raised her staff to curse them both. Quick as lightning, he threw the scissors aside and tied Morgana with the rope they had made. Rapunzel fastened the cut hair to the window ledge and said,
"Let's go. Now is our chance."
Together, they climbed down and ran toward the kingdom. There, they told the king and queen their story. The queen remembered a poor couple who had lost their golden-haired baby many years ago. When they arrived at the couple's home, the old man and woman instantly recognized Rapunzel as their long-lost daughter. With tears of joy, they embraced her. Soon after, Rapunzel and the prince were married in a grand celebration that lasted 3 days and nights. They lived happily ever after, surrounded by love and laughter. As for the wicked witch Morgana, she was locked away in her own tower forever, without magic, without gold, and without anyone to call her name. And that's it. The story is over. I hope you enjoyed it. We will see each other very soon for more stories. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss anything. See you soon.